Well, a good resolution for your whole family is a great way to bond together, grow as individuals.
Crystal Henderson is here to talk about why working together makes those resolutions come true. Good morning. Happy Monday.
Yes, you too.
So let's talk about working together for resolutions as a family.
Yes, so it's a great way to build in that natural bonding time and doing fun things together. So if you've started one, great, whether that's having a family meal together, whether that's planning a fun weekend together, or maybe you added chores for your family, and as a family you all got to get your chores done for the week or the day or whatever it may be. And sometimes what happens is we get that motivational slump. Which I think they say around February 1st you really determine if your resolution's a resolution or not. So some of that piece to looking at that motivation as a family is really setting that criterion and setting that goal. So let's say you had your family dinner night, you had it that one time a week, you set it and you did it for the whole month. And then as a family, maybe you decide how you're going to celebrate, where you're going to do that something fun because, woohoo, we reached our goal for that month. And then, so it could be every month, it could be every 3 months. And you could also add in maybe some healthy competition. So if you are doing the chore thing where your son makes sure the garbage is out every Tuesday morning and your daughter sets the table every night for supper, and that you mark the calendar if everyone got their chores done. So that way you're keeping track. And then let's say for February, there's 28 days in February and you did 23 out of 28 days. Maybe that's your criterion. And then you get to choose as a family just something fun, and whoever maybe did it the whole month or whoever did their chores the most, they get to pick what you do fun as a family.
I like it when there's motivation and almost kind of, like you said, not really bribes, but just kind of some of those extra ways to kind of entice them to actually stick with it and to do it and follow through. Right,
because your goal is to bond, to try to get that bonding as a family, and spending more time together as a family is really what you want to do as your ultimate goal. And that's one thing with chores in your home is your home's a naturally kind of team place. I mean, everyone lives there, everyone has their responsibilities. And, it also teaches, those chores teach responsibility and respect for things. One rule to think about is anything you touch becomes your responsibility. So if you touch that glass, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to leave it in the living room? Or are you going to put it in the dishwasher? Or are you going to put it your spot on the counter that this is my cup for the day? That it's your responsibility that you clean up. You clean up after yourselves. And that builds just so many skills, as we know, as adults, that's very helpful in living a more fulfilled life.
How important is it that the parents are staying on top of it too? I know you want to teach them how to keep track of it themselves, but if we're not doing it, then they're going to start not doing it either.
Right. So some of that is the more you can delegate to them for responsibility, because if you tell your children what your chore is, every week mom is going to make sure that, we get the grocery list completed. And you can even start with a behavior that's more high probability for yourself to set yourself up for success, and then gradually add to there, and then let your kids know, because if anything, they want to hold you accountable as well. So the more you can be honest and open about who's doing what, who's responsible for what, and who's helping out with what, and then tell them, hey, I need your support and I need your reminders because we're a team here to, reach this goal. And that's one of the easiest ways to do it is just mark it on the calendar, set that criterion, whether it's weekly, daily, monthly, as well as what if we don't complete our chores? And one thing with our kids is, technically kind of everything's a privilege in one sense. So you really want to define what that privilege might be and that consequence for not making that chore. Maybe for those chores. So maybe it's unplug. There's no media for Saturday. Nothing. We unplug. Cell phones away, no TV. Gotta find other things to do. And what does that create? A lot more bonding and probably some sibling fighting.
Accountability checking, that's what I would say.
And it doesn't have to be the whole thing. It could be maybe just the phone, but the TV's okay for a certain period of time or something too. So you don't have to think about taking away the whole package. Maybe just take away a part of the time that they're allowed to do it or have it. And even those outings with friends, like, oh, you didn't get your chores done, so there's no Friday night out with your friends, or there's no car for you for the weekend. So just always be thinking too that you know, that there's also those consequences for not reaching that goal or doing what you're supposed to get done for the week. Or
Every parent I talk to says you start talking about taking away the phone, things get done.
Done,
In
yes.
a hurry. All right, stick around. More on family resolutions right after this.